Hi guys, welcome again. Thank you for tuning in to Talent Couch with Big Devs. And in this episode, we're talking about risk and luck. But before we go into the conversation, this is where you get all of the details about tech and business. I bring a lot of talents on here where they share how they work and the things that they do, and we resolve some real life situations and real life workplace scenarios as well. I think one of the very profound things for me lately has been the fact that I've been learning a lot with a lot of resources that I've been opening myself up to. And I think it's giving this channel is also being able to share things that I've learned with other people as well. And today I have Gloria on my couch.
I just want to say hi, guys.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi, Debbie.
Welcome again. Thank you so much for joining me here. I remember I just sent you like the PDF with the whole list of everything, and you were like, "Oh yeah, let's do this." And you were very open about it at first. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited that we are doing this together. You wear multiple hats. You have your 9 to 5. You have like an insurance tech business that you were also doing, and like there are other things that you also do at the time. How do you manage everything together?
So it's like you said, it's a lot of hats, and it's not easy, right? If you have to do too many things at the same time, it's not good to do too many things at the same time, because sometimes you get confused, right? Because at the moment I have actually started something and I dropped them, and then I came to you today and I sent you I sent you a document that I'm still thinking how to do that. So I feel like why I do these things, because I'm someone that thinks a lot. Like, I do a lot of exercise. So when I'm on that spot, I just think and I want to implement. So for the insurance technology, I have great co-founders, right?
That's still on, but
yeah. So what we just do now is just give our APIs to insurance companies to digitalize their products. Actually, so, and for my other business, I have people that actually handle them, and then because it's not digital, so it's quite easy, just a lot of phone calls, and we know how Nigeria can be. So I just think that it's just knowing what you want to do, and then setting goals for yourself. Because I told someone that I am a laid back person, but the person did not believe. And if I tell you that I'm a laid back person, you probably will not believe.
I won't believe.
I'm very laid back.
Because I do a lot.
Yeah, I'm very laid back, so that's why I'm very organized. So if you come to my space, you see a lot of sticky notes. I have a lot of sticky notes, that's the only way I can actually concentrate on doing stuff.
So when you see them again, you're able to like go back
and then remember. So I have so I think that what has helped me again is I've structured my time. I already know what I'm doing at a certain time. I don't think it's a good thing but it helps me to just get out of that zone and then do the other things that I have to do.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I think that explains you. I think I saw your status this morning that you wanted to, anybody wanted to do like vision board kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah,
are you interested? Let's do it.
I want to do it myself, and my housemate we're talking about it, that we'll do it, we'll take pictures from Pinterest, we'll put things together. We've seen a lot of people on TikTok. I felt like they did it actually.
Let's make it fun. There'll be food, we'll bring videographers and stuff. And then
that's serious.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, because I actually want people to actually try it out. It helps. It has worked for me. It worked for me last year. Last year was the first time I was doing it.
Oh really?
And then it works. So when I go back to my vision board and I can just tick out the things and I feel like it would help you get accountability partner. You're lucky you have a flatmate that you can relate to. So for other people, it would help them get accountability partners, and then we can prove our goals. That's
very smart.
Jollof rice,
That's very ladylike. It's very good. It's a very good.
I'm a soft girl.
That soft girl era. I bet.
Yes, so
stress. So that's so amazing. I think one of the major questions I wanted to ask you today is like, what's the sweetest thing you've done for someone?
Friendship. I've actually planned a surprise for my friend that they did not know that the surprise was coming, and they saw everybody that impacted them in life,
That's
yeah.
so cool. So you like got everyone that invited them before into the same room.
into the same room, and then we had like a birthday surprise for the person. I don't want to mention the person because we're not friends anymore.
Do you know, like somebody that cuts people off immediately, like the moment you stress me.
No, but that's not true. I give people grace, yeah. But when I cut you off, I cut you. But that's one attitude I want to stop in 2025 because I just realized that I end up cutting the best people around me. But yeah, when I take like a lot of things, I know how to soak things up in. But once I'm tired, I don't want to talk about it.
You just go.
I just blank. I just go in my zone, and I'm used to being alone. Do you get? So I think that's one thing that has affected me. I'm used to being alone. So once I'm in that space already, I'm just gone. I don't think of the person. But yeah, I surprised a friend again for her birthday last year. That's a different person. Put up because she was really sad that she couldn't celebrate her birthday in the UK and all of that. Put out like balloons everywhere. Put her gift, wrapped it. Did like a surprise movie night for her, for my friend. Took her out to shop and then went on for dinner. So yeah, I think. But now I'm a wicked person, Sha.
That's very
with pride.
Give people grace. Give them grace. But I sometimes I also know that there's only a little that we can take, and once you notice that you don't have energy for it again, it's just best to like.
But I think if you're a sweet person, you just, I'm saying, it'll be very hard to be wicked.
Yeah, but it's awful. It's painful.
Yeah.
When you're, especially when me, this year, what I've learned is I like to hold on to things. I like to hold on to old things. I am that person that will watch Merlin 10 times instead of watching a new series that just came out.
That's me too.
So I can hold on to very old things. I can. It's as bad as I have that carton of tissue paper. I stack it. So I don't like throwing things away.
Yeah.
So, and it reflects also in my friendships. No matter what you do, I would still hold on to it. And I cannot be hurting, but I'll still hold on to it. But I don't know, the day that I now let it go, the day I decide to declutter, I am trashing everything.
That's it.
in my closet. But then I'll hold on to the very stupid things. I have, if you buy me a gift, maybe a perfume, I don't trash the carton that it comes in. I will still keep it. I will still keep it. You buy me a birthday gift and it came in a bag.
You keep it.
I'll keep the bag. I'll keep the wrapping paper.
Are you serious? That's really
That's very bad. So I hold on to things. I would usually
if I didn't know you, I'll probably say you have abundance issues. You have scarcity issues. But no, I don't know.
I used to feel like it was a problem, but then and outside I looked at it intentionally and said, how do I merge this idea with how I treat my current relationship? And actually I hold on to people like even against their will sometimes.
So yeah, I hold on to people a lot, and I think that people that do that hold on to people get hurt a lot because this same people you're holding on to, if it was the other way around, they probably would not hold on to you, or they won't have your back, right? So that's one thing that I think that has shaped me this year. I just asked myself that I'm not doing these things for you to do back to me, but if I'm in my lowest, can these same people be there for me, right? Yeah, I know like some of my friends that will be there for me, but the ones that will not be there for me, I don't think that I will want to stress over anybody again, because I stress about people a lot. Even you, most times I reach out to you, what's up?
Yeah, at the point I'm like, I felt like I had a responsibility to always give you with the way that you reach out to me. It would not make sense that somebody's asking about me like that, and the only thing I can do is to hi Gloria, this is the update.
But yes, that's how I am. So, but I just realized that sometimes, right, most people don't like it. It just feels like, oh, you're tricking them and all of that. So I just try to just tone it down and just live my life and just put myself first.
I'm hoping I do a people declutter early next year and just
because of me, I want to cut people off.
I don't want to cut people off. No new year, new me, but I just need to declutter because I can hold on to a lot of.
Well, I mean, like I said before the video, where I admire you a lot actually. In terms of your friendship, right? I know a couple of friends that you have.
Yeah.
And I've seen how you treat your friend. I used to think that I treat my friends so well, but I know you have more male friends. Right.
Yes, I have more male friends.
Yeah, that's one thing about you, but the way you treat your friends is actually a good thing, right? Yeah, it's actually a good thing, and I think that it should be basis for friendship. So I can say that's how I am for myself. But yeah, like I said, later this year, I started like reducing and then focusing on myself. But yeah, I think that I admire you a lot when it comes to that aspect, and then I think that you also know how to make friends.
Yeah.
That's something I don't have. It's very hard for me to make friends. So when I have a friend, I hold the person by the end of their girls because I don't know how to make friends. When people see me at first, they think I'm snobbish. They think that I don't know, like I've gotten that feedback a lot. But when they come close to me and then they realize, so I try to pick my friends because most times it's not everyone that should be in your life. Some people should just be there for you to mentor them or for you for just to be acquaintance and all of that. But yeah, but I think it's quite easy for you to ease up to people and then make friends.
I made friends from food. This year, very funny enough, this year I used to host people a lot. I mean, we have like a very good space. So I would host people. I host a lot. And that's one thing I have, one of my goals next year. Every last Sunday of every month next year, I'm going to be hosting people. And I'm going to have like maybe just 10 people. And if you come this month, you're not coming next month. So it's just have new people.
You have that community that you can say 10 people this month. No, you're trying.
Yeah, so I'm very communal. It's just how I am generally. And the larger the community, the larger the odds that comes from it sometimes.
Yeah.
And the larger the community, the larger the want you get also when you need like people around. Because I know for my birthday, my friends were here and all they were all doing was just like motivation, God this, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And it just made sense. It was very helpful at the time. Oh wow, that was a great one. Yeah. Alright, I think the next part of the conversation, or the next thing I wanted to talk about is how you wear multiple hats again, but not everybody can see what you do. And the day you were introducing yourself, like I said, it was like you were doing a lot. There's companies that you've been with in the past, the big companies that you are currently with as well. There's also Google. There are loads of products that you have also built. There's awards. I did not know you until I met you. There are people that you would have probably like seen their names on social media, you've seen them on LinkedIn. But you're that kind of person that if I have your achievement, I'm going to be having posts every day. I would have not even exhausted the posts that I have of the things that I would be sharing every day. Why? Is that intentional? Or it just happens that you're not? But your Instagram is now the one that's popping. With the
my Instagram is vibes and inshallah.
But even though
it's just like on inshallah. So I think that I'm an introvert. So I don't want to say introvert, right? But maybe that's the word. If you Google my name, you see stuff. But I'm just joking. But yeah, I'm an introvert, and I think that what stands out for me is the fact that when you go on my LinkedIn, you can see the stuff that I've done based on my work experience and all of that. And then I think I stopped posting on LinkedIn 2 years ago because I just feel like people just come on LinkedIn to just show themselves and leave. That's when I stopped posting on it. But like I said, it's going to change next year. Because somebody like you now, I admire you a lot. Like I see you do stuff, Google First, do events, and I'm like, this girl. One time you reached out to me, say when I'm going for my speaking event, I should take you along, and I'm like, coming from Debbie, I was doing something right because
it's not like that.
Because Debbie is at every speaking event. She's speaking at every event. Mine is just probably work event, and I feel like I think that I do not. The problem is I do not have a life outside of work.
Oh,
right. And when I'm in that zone, I don't think of anything else. So Instagram is one way that I feel like the only social media I'm active on is Instagram. So that's the only way that I can just come when I'm and put my story, my gist there. So I even try not to put work stuff on Instagram until recently, right? Because I do not want people to see me as that person that is too serious, because that's what everybody thinks about me. And aside my work, I do not have. It's just around my work, right? Except maybe when I want to make time for other things. But next year is going to change because I'm working with some very intelligent people that would actually try to make those things happen and put me out there. Yeah, so they would actually take all of those achievements and put it out there because I'm trying to do something different next year. I'm trying to position myself as a partnership leader so that I can consult for startups. Do you get? So yeah, it's going to change a lot next year. So I'm going to be showing my other side and the work side and yeah, on LinkedIn and all of that.
Would you consider yourself a lucky person?
So like you said, it's not luck. I think that it's being at the right place at the right time and preparing yourself for that place and getting ready for that place, right? So you might want to apply for a C-level role, and then you think that you'll be lucky to get it, but without preparation, you can't get it because there are like 1,001 people applying for that same role. So for me, I don't think it's luck. I think it's just staying prepared, staying ahead of other people, and knowing what you want, right? Being at the right place at the right time, doing the right things at the right time to get you to where you want to be. So I do not think that there's anything as luck, but maybe grace, yes, but luck, no. So because you might be lucky, and you might be lucky, you can get to like a third stage or a third stage of a contract and still not close that contract. But yeah, grace, preparation, actually.
That makes a lot of sense. Has there been any time that you felt like you were in a place and you were not prepared for it?
Yes, so many times actually. I mean, before you have to be in a certain place, you need to be prepared emotionally, physically, mentally, right? And in fact, in every ways that you need to be prepared for that position, right? Especially when you're looking at some certain positions. Like I said, there are other people that are better than you that have done it like 100 times, right? Like I say to people that the difference between you and someone that is just starting out is because you have been doing that same thing all the time, right? And then they've just done it like 3 times and then they're already tired. Do you get? So there are other people that are better than I am, maybe that's the word, or have more experience in those than I am, so they get into that, or I get into that, and I'm like, oh, am I really prepared? So I've had like opportunity. In fact, at the moment, at my current role, I think that I'm not prepared for it. I think that I got the job because I just know how to sell myself, right? Because at the moment, so there's some expansion that I've never done before. I've not thought about it before. I've not thought emotionally. I've not even thought about working with some certain kind of people. Do you get? So now it's tough. Now I have to go back, read as much as I can read, try to understand the role I'm in. Do you understand? And then do like check for people that are in that role and look for mentors. So what I do now is I have a particular mentor that I'm actually working with, and I'm taking a course on like advanced leadership and all of that. So I think that I'm not actually prepared for that role. For the role, I did not expect so much. There was not expectation and expectations. I had like a lesser expectation from the role. So I think that's one example. So now I'm trying to work. I'm trying to get feedback. I mean, like yesterday, I spoke with someone on my team, and he said that the first thing they say, they look at me and think that, oh, I'm not a collaborative person and all of that, but that's not it, right? When you work with people that have been in an organization for a very long time, and then they expect that they get the role, and then you're bringing an external person to come on the role, it's very hard for them to work with you. Do you get? At some point, you get discouraged. Sometimes I go in the night, I'm crying, right? And then in the morning, I'm like, whatever it is, and I lift myself up. But where you now miss it is if you then do well in that, or you don't sit down every day and tell yourself, oh, you can do it. There's a reason why this thing came to you, right? It's because they saw potential in you, because you're capable of it, and then you pick yourself up and like keep improving yourself.
So it means that there's a lot of daily work that is being done. Even if you get something and you feel like, oh, this is luck, or maybe this is grace, and you have it already, you still have the responsibility of working towards it.
To work on yourself, work on whatever it is you have to work on, because we are not perfect people.
That's very interesting. So what's the biggest career risk you've taken?
moving from not taking an opportunity with a firm that I think that would have actually taken me to a certain part of my career, right? Because I know that I was a chief product officer at the time at UKDion, so it was investment and microfinance, and I got an offer with Softcom and one other company in Nigeria. Yeah. So I picked the one at UKDion, and I knew that I was chief product officer. I knew that at the time the salary was good, but I knew that at the time that's not where I wanted to be, right? I couldn't achieve a lot of things there because the visions were different. My own vision was different. Then the founders, the CEO was different. Vision was different, so it wasn't aligning at all. So I knew I didn't want to be there. On the other hand, the other company, I wanted to be there. Because they were young, they were innovative, they were smart, and all of that. So I kept dwelling on that role and wasn't getting anything. So and then that's when I started InsurePass, right? So I was doing InsurePass, and then from there I left the UKDion and went to Softcom, and it was really InsurePass.
Yeah. So would you say that the risk was worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it because I didn't stay in Softcom for a very long time, but yeah, definitely it was worth it. Actually, it was because it shaped me a lot. It gave me that mentality I needed, right? Working with young minds and all of that, yeah. And then the payment industry, understanding different industry, it was fun. It was worth it actually. And then starting InsurePass was now another experience. So yeah, it was worth it.
Is there a time you did not take a risk and you regretted it?
Yes, I think that it was one time when I was supposed to, the first time I was supposed to move to the UK on student visa. Did I regret it? I don't regret it actually, but at the time, I think I regretted it. It felt like I should have done that. Yeah. There was a time that we wanted to raise our first fund for InsurePass. It was a lot. Right. After we raised the first fund, we were contemplating on expanding into Nairobi. We didn't take that risk actually because we were really scared that because there was Turaku in Nairobi and Turaku were coming into Nigeria. So we were thinking that when we go to Nairobi, we'll be able to enter an accelerator program called BIMACRED and then expand into Nairobi. But we talked about the risk and we felt like it wasn't worth it. Actually, it was worth it. Thinking about it now, he would have been worth it. But yeah, we didn't take it. I think that's one thing I regret. And Turaku then reached out to me to come and be like a general manager for Nigeria. But I didn't take that, and I regret not taking that, to be honest, because I felt like with Turaku, although they are competitors with InsurePass, but it's quite different. We were focused on health insurance, micro health insurance, but they are focused on third-party motor insurance. Do you get?
Yeah.
So I could have taken in Turaku as general manager and then I've done a lot, right? A lot more with Turaku because they had like a market presence. But if I taken it means that I would have to, because they were telling me that I couldn't do InsurePass anymore if I have to take and all of that. Yeah, but I mean, it was something I wish I did. But I probably would have been in Nigeria by now.
Yeah, you
focusing on
shortening
Nigeria and the UK. But yeah, I mean, it was something I wish I actually took because I feel like they had a lot of vision for third-party motor insurance in Nigeria. So it's not like I even learned about insurance. I've never done anything.
I was going to ask that. Do you have like a financial background? Because you seem to be drawn to financial.
Yeah. So financial background, yeah. Because I worked with Express Payments. I worked on 9Pay, the fintech for 9 Mobile back then. Then I worked with AfriChange, right? But before InsurePass, at Express Payment, what was I doing with insurance? I was literally partnering with insurance company in Express Payments. They would turn their insurance products to API so that we can then give those APIs to banks as a value-added service. Do you get on their platform? So when you go on the bank app, you can then convert, you can then buy insurance. But it wasn't so digital. So that's why we actually created, that was one of the reasons why we created InsurePass.
So that it's like there's access to very other insurance services.
Yeah, and I say to people that always impact people. I mean, no matter what you're going through, pour into somebody. Do you get? The more you point people, the more you learn, and the more these people are saying, you don't know who will be recommending you for your next gig.
Yeah.
Do you get? So I think that you should be prepared. Put your mind at rest. I know it's not as easy as it seems. Actually, it's not.
That put your mind at rest.
It's not as easy.
Not as
but
easy.
above all, right? Always trust in God, and I mean, He always comes through. So I always say to people that if unbelievers can get like to some certain levels in life, you as a believer, you should believe that you get times 10 of it, because we don't serve God for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? So it might just delay it, but what is coming is always bigger.
Yeah, that's very valid. I think a very strong point I was able to hold on to is one, preparation, and that downtime, so to say, at times where you have to actually like prepare yourself, where you need to keep working on yourself,
keep working
to actually get better.
Like, you know, some people are on their job and then they're not even doing stuff to be better, right? And they're not getting promoted on the job. Keep doing stuff, like keep bettering yourself. Keep people see you. You have to put out money for yourself, to invest in yourself, take a course. Just, it's good to know a bit about everything, so that when you want to actually transition, it's actually
easy for you
and
to do those
and it makes sense.
Do you have any superstitious rituals, or you do something you do to improve your luck?
I think so. I feel like maybe it's not superstition, but every time that I want to go into a meeting, maybe to close a deal, I'll have to take 3 breaths, and then I have to tell myself that I'm capable, I can do it, right?
Okay.
And then I have to take a cup of tea. I don't miss it.
A cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that, but I don't miss it. Yeah. So I have to tell I always want to speak life into myself.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes I get really anxious and overwhelmed.
Yeah. So speaking life into yourself. So you mean, do you have like affirmations?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Tell me one.
So one is, I'm a child of grace. I'm very intelligent. I can do it. People are doing it, and I can do better. Yeah.
Well, that's good. People are doing it,
And I can do better. Yeah.
That's sweet. So the golden question, which is, if you suddenly got lucky and won the lottery, what's the first risky thing you do with the money? Say £100 million.
Okay.
What's the first thing you do with the money?
So I feel like I would open a very risky business that might not need me to get like a return immediately. So that would be, I'll open a film school where I can shoot film projects, actually, because that can actually suffice for any kind of business. And then something else I would do and go and sleep is, I'll open a business where I can rent chef, because that's one thing I always want to do. I love to cook, so I just want to have a business where I can rent chef out to people.
Oh, nice. If I say £100 million, what would I do? You know, I've not thought about it, but off the top of my head, I'm already looking at helping the people in need. But you know, another thing I've learned recently is toxic generosity.
Yeah,
has genuinely shaped the way I think about giving out stuff to people. If you give out stuff to people, it's like you took them, you made them what they will get in a year. It's like you gave it to them in less than 5 minutes,
and they don't appreciate it, and they become entitled. Exactly,
and there's a knowledge that is supposed to come with their learnings that they did not have, and you just took somebody, you just spoiled somebody's life instead of making their life better. So very good. So looking back, is there a moment you thought something was luck, but in hindsight it was more like preparation and planning?
Yeah, I mean, so I'd say for my last job, right? Because even up till now, 2 days ago, I was still telling someone that I didn't know if I applied for that job, actually, but I probably did. And it took them like 3 months to come back to me to say that I'd gotten the job, right? And when I did, I kept wondering how did I apply for it? I think that I feel like it was preparation, and at the same time, I don't know, because I don't believe in luck. Yeah, I'd say it was preparation, because all of the things that I've done in the past actually prepared me for that role. It's like one of the biggest telecommunications in Dublin, and I'd worked in telecommunications in the past. And then if I'd gone to that interview, it probably I've done my best in the interview and prepared for it. Yeah. So yes.
That's very good. So it just means that sometimes the previous work that you've done actually adds up in the future, even without thinking about it. And Technician is a very good example because it forces you to think about everything
that you've done
in your life,
them.
and then you're forced to put it together. You're forced to make sense out of it, and you just say, oh, I did this. This is useful. It counts for something.
So that's the essence of what you said that time about not putting yourself out there. I feel like when I went to technician, I was going up everywhere to look for the things that I've done. Do you get, so that I can put my evidences together and put.
Oh, that's very good. So, preparation. Some things probably don't add up right now, and in the next, maybe they'll make sense in another year, but in other years to come. This is the reason why I actually did this intentionally. That's very profound. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think that would be the end of our very serious topics, and I've really gotten a lot from here, from your experience at trying to let go of a much more better paying offer to another offer that served you, that was going to serve more in terms of product experience, real life experience, and also the other risks that you have taken, betting on yourself, switching from product to.
I want you to answer me in camera on this recording. Are you going to come on board on my project? That's the one that the cross-border payments,
You've not said
I want you to tell me. I can hold you.
Send the PRD first, then we read it. Send the PRD, then we read it. Once we figure that out, I'll do it now. You're a big woman. I will post it on LinkedIn. Sweet to welcome. By the time people see it, they'll think I'm launching it.
And we are launching it together, so we'll put it there.
No, it was a great conversation we had.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here. Almighty Debbie, you're doing great actually. Like I said to you, you are one person that actually motivates me. I have in mind that I want to plan an event in Birmingham. The first person that comes to my head is you.
Wow.
Actually, because I'm thinking of planning an event in February, and I was actually going to come and consult with you. You're the first thing that comes to my head, because I always wonder how you successfully pull those events. Do you get, you remember your events, like we didn't know a lot of people at the time in Birmingham, and then you pulled that event. I mean, you did really well. It was a good event, and since then I'm like, oh, Debbie, this girl has so much. You have so much. You have so much power in your.
Thank you so much for doing this with me. I'm so grateful. I'm very grateful. I feel like this episode personally was very good for me personally, and I know that every other person that watched it as well will enjoy it as much as we enjoyed it. So guys, please stay tuned for the next episode, and we hope that you enjoyed this episode.
How do they say this in peace? Like, share.
They say, it's like share. But I'll say it because I don't have a choice. So please like, share, and subscribe.
The subscribe button is just down.
Subscribe button is down there. So please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. God bless you. Bye.